และในช่วงบ่ายของการสัมมนาวันนี้ค่ะ On the fast track to success in China and global markets เปลี่ยนแนวรับปรับแนวรุกทางลัดสู่ตลาดจีนและตลาดโลกค่ะ Welcome back everyone to On the fast track to success in China and global markets. We have many interesting parts for you. และท่านก็คงจะเคยได้ยินชื่อฮ่องกง Stock Exchange เซี่ยงไฮ้ Stock Exchange และในห้องนี้ค่ะก็จะมีหลายๆคนนะคะที่น่าจะเคยได้ยินชื่อนี้ค่ะกับเซี่ยงไฮ้ Equity Exchange หรือ CCSE ค่ะซึ่งตรงนี้เนี่ยจะคืออะไรนะคะเราหลายๆคนจะได้มารับฟังพร้อมๆกันในช่วงนี้ค่ะพวกเราได้รับเกียรติจากคุณโลเวโลประธาน BM Intelligence Group ฮ่องกงจะเป็นผู้บรรยายในหัวข้อทางลัดสู่ความสำเร็จในตลาดจีนและตลาดโลก SEE เครื่องมือทางการเงินและการตลาดอันทรงพลังค่ะ Right now I would like to invite Mr. Lovelo, Chairman BM Intelligence Group HK on stage for a speech, putting business on the fast track to success in China and global markets, the powerful finance and marketing through SEE. Please welcome ขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับด้วยค่ะ
Thank you for coming back after lunch. I know it's very difficult. I start to maybe introduce myself a little bit. In fact, I'm closely connected with Thailand. My father came to Thailand when he was, I think, 10 years old. At that time, because he is going to die, he cannot come to Thailand. And then he spent about 20 years here and then become the citizenship and then going back to China and Hong Kong. And finally, I was born in Hong Kong. My whole history is starting from I'm an accounting major. So I worked for Deloitte & Touche as an accountant, reporting accountant, for almost 8 years. And then I joined the biggest securities house in Shanghai, in China, and I spent another 3 years there. After that, then I set up my own company, BM Intelligence. We are the main business is to helping the company to get listing in overseas. I mean, what means compared to China. So the major area of listing is Hong Kong, America, UK, Singapore. And then starting from that, up to now, we finished more than 100 cases overseas listing, particularly in Hong Kong. The group have the full license to be the sponsor, security house, to help the company to get listing in Hong Kong. And we also get listing 2001. That is 12 years ago. We also get listing in Hong Kong. So we, in last year, in 2013, the group has a big advance because we also get a sponsor license in Shanghai. That's the topics I'm going to deliver. And my colleagues, Terence, will deliver about the topics about how to get listed in Hong Kong. So after that, we have a more balance. We got the listing in Shanghai, listing in Hong Kong, so cover a lot more company. It is a very big market and very rushing market. We just opened up for 1.5 years, and then we have finished about up to today. We have finished more than 180 cases. Yeah, so very big number. So you will see how the market. I mean, the market in China is very big and also very quickly changing. So I think it will be a very good opportunity for you to listen some information about that, and I think you will find that it is also you agree it will be also a great opportunity for most of the SME. I mean, Thailand, that would be a good place for listing for the OTC market in Shanghai. Okay. So I because I know it's very sleepy, so I will make it short. And feel free, I mean, to stop me if you want to have any question. So much better to have two ways communication in this way. Okay. Okay. This first line I'm going to skip because everyone know that China is big, very big. Okay. GDP growth. Look at all this figure. Okay. One of the reasons that I'm talking about today is why the China economy is grows so great, because compared to the rest of the world, I think one of the very major factor that China has is they have a very powerful central government. So no argument at all in the good side. But in the bad side, you can say no democracy. It is a dictatorship. But on the other side, it is a very efficient team that when the chairman say that, oh, we should go for this, everyone go for that. So when the chairman Xi Jinping say that, oh, we have to build up the Asian infrastructure bank, then everyone pushed to do that. Oh, we have to build up the Silk Road. So then everyone pushed to do that. And then that's why they can create the biggest railway system in the world. Because there's no argument. Oh, give me your land, no argument. So you can see there's a lot of, if you're looking at the economic data, it's truly, from an economic standpoint, China is a very efficient, big team of number. You got a lot of resources, a lot of number of people, but very efficient. Only one goal and in one way. Okay, I think always remember that, because when you're doing business with China, always remember this point. Always follow the direction of the central government. Then you will benefit in your rest of life. I promise. Okay, so you see the funding platform. Another trend is China is really want to, in the past, China tried to be a closed economy. So he have exchange control, everything, not open up his capital market, everything. But he changed. He need to internationalize his renminbi. He want to make more influence, make more contact with the rest of the world. So they have a policy now to change, to open up their capital market. So that's why the OTC market not just welcome the company in China to get listing, but also welcome company from all around the world to come. So that is another chance. That why, as a company in Thailand, you are also have a chance that can get to the biggest capital market in the world. Or we say, not the biggest, we will say the most crazy market in the world. Yeah, and then you, if you once that, you will experience a totally different way, that is living in Thailand. Okay, all this about the relationship between China and Thailand, and it's all going good. Okay, let's focus on this Shanghai Stock Exchange. Okay, here is the number, the total number of companies that listed. SEE is the over-the-counter market that we're talking today, and you also get the Shanghai Stock Exchange. That is the main board. That's around about 1,000 something company. Okay, now you can see that the number is quite high, but I'm just telling you. Before you know that we just get a license in 2013. I'm telling you, the market, the SEE market, is just opened up in the year of 2012, and there's not many companies listed at that time. So, most of the 4,900 is done within the last year. And one of the reasons why the market is so active is one reason that I'm going to tell you is because it is the direction of the central government. Okay, in China, just like all the other country, SME is very, very, very important to the economy. But given to say that, SME did not really have a very good funding source because if you compare the figure, only about 10 or 20%, only 10% of the financing come from the stock market, or we say the direct investment. And 80 or 90% come from the bank, or the local lending. And so, and as you know, lending from the bank is always not secure, okay? Because what the banker want to lend, do you know? The banker only want to lend the money to the rich people. If you say you do not have money, the banker is run away. So that's why SME, in fact, do not have money. If you want to really borrow money from the bank, it's very difficult. So for a long time, for a long period of time, the borrowing cost of the SME in China is very, very high because they don't have they really do not have a direct investment to help them to build their capital. Compared to US, US have a much better direct investment system because the NASDAQ, because of the OTC market that they built. So you can see almost 70% of the financing of the US SMEs come from direct investment. That's a big difference. And this big difference make the difference on the creativity. Okay, if I'm a boss, I'm the boss of an SME in China. I know that my funding is not secure because I only can borrow money. And in some time, I have to return my money back because it is a borrowed money. It's not a capital. So what I'm going to do is I won't take risk to create something. I just do what? I just copy. I just copy the successful cases in the market and then do it as the low cost as possible. And that is most of the SME in China is doing in the past 10 years. So China become the world manufacturer, but only earn very small amount of money. Okay, looking at, probably you know about iPhone. I got one. Okay, and then do you know that 100% of iPhone was being done in China, manufactured by China. But the manufacturer can only earn about 4% of the profit. Where is the 96%? Go to Apple. Because they create that. So that is now the problem of China is facing. After 10 years or 20 years of copying, we are no longer able to lower our costs. And also, we are just helping the other people to earn money, not by yourself. And that one of the reasons that we are looking at because we do not have a direct market to help the SME to do the creativity. Okay, that is the same view shared by the central government. Okay, so 2 years ago, the Prime Minister, Mr. Li Keqiang, saying that, okay, we are going to change that. We have to create direct investment fund for the SME. Okay, and so they order Beijing and Shanghai to open up the OTC market. That is the market we're talking about. And you see that 31% of this market is owned by the Shanghai government. And another 30% owned by the Shanghai Stock Exchange. So this market is truly directed by the central government. He say, Shanghai, you do it. And then you get the capital from the government, from the stock exchange. You just do it. And then make sure that you can create big number, good result to provide funding. Okay, so the first thing I want to tell you is, okay, about what say? Always follow. Say, rule number 1, always follow the central government. And going to this OTC market in Shanghai, in fact, is one of the major policy now the central government want to do. Because they want to create a market like US, they want to create a NASDAQ. They want to create a market that can give the direct investment to the SME so that they can be able to create something in the future. Now, one thing is, if we're talking about creativity, everyone think that, oh, US is great, he should be leading. But I'm reminding you as for US, he also facing a big problem is because the salary, or we always say the cost of the research people is very, very expensive. Now compared to China, although the aging is now going down, I mean the young people number is now going to be down, but the number of university graduate number of people is increasing every year, which means that China is going to be the country that can provide the biggest number of research people. Oh, and we are talking about like biotech, medical. You know that the cost of the medical and biotech is the trial period. You have to, when you create some medicine, you have to have some people to taste it to help you to make sure that you pass it. And then we estimate the cost. If you've done something in US, it should be 10 times more expensive than you do it in China. Easy to understand because the value of the life in China is much cheaper than in US. Okay, so I bet, I mean, in the future, China have to change from a low-cost manufacturer to a high-tech, or we say at least go to more creativity. And then China government, central government, is aimed to do that. And so that will be the major trend that you should notice, and then whether you follow very closely on that. Okay, you can see a lot of area that China can be catching up with US. So that is going to create a lot of value. And I will suggest that, I mean, as you should pay full attention on that, and that will be a very great opportunity. Whether you cooperate that or whether you follow that, that will be one of the, I think, very major points that you should look at. And the OTC market, as I say, is the place that's going to create the funding, create the investment opportunities. So definitely, Shanghai and Beijing, sooner or later, will become the NASDAQ, China NASDAQ. So if you are a SME, you should pay attention to come here to whether you can raise money or not. Or you should participate to see the investor there. Or if you are an investor, I would suggest you should go into this market to see where there's some good investment opportunity waiting for you. So the second point is, okay, the first of all I say it is directed by the government. So follow the central government step. The second one is that there's a need of funding from a lot of SME, so a lot of good supply. But on the other hand, there will be a lot of investor or someone who has money would like to come to this market to look for the investment opportunities. So this market will be active because of supply and demand all comes together. Now, nowadays you probably agree to me that China is not just a source of getting money, company to get money, but it's also a source of funding. People in China is really, really rich. Really, really rich. Why? Okay. I always tell my friends, okay, one thing is always growing in the past 30 years. What's that? Money. Why say that? I mean, if you look at the statistic, we every country is printing money in the past 5 years. And then we are printing money more than the last 50 years. And we are going to print more. Japan is printing money. Europe is printing money. US saying that, I'm stopped. They are not stopping. They just reduce the amount of printing. And China government, for sure, they are printing money to save the economy. And so that means, although the money is not in your pocket or my pocket, but in some people's pocket, and they are willing to invest, in this kind of future opportunities. Everyone is looking for Alibaba in the next 10 years. Okay, so that I think the second point is, please pay attention to this market because it is the government step. The second one, they really have the supply demand, and they're going to be the China Nasdaq. Okay, you can see most of the promising industry should be, the good candidate for getting to the SME. You can see the IT, biotech, childcare, elderly care. I think you're probably more familiar than me. You know what's the trend. Very easy to say. Okay, so we're talking about this market is good because government directorship, supply and demand. And also, I would say that it is a very cost effective. Why? Because all the OTC market do not have a lot of requirement on capital and profit or even in audit. So you don't need to pay high price for going listing. How high is it? Okay, I'm telling you, if you want to get listed in Hong Kong, you're going to employ me as your accountant, report accountant, you are going to employ a lawyer, sponsor, and the total listing fee in Hong Kong is 30 million Hong dollars. That is around 120 million bucks just for the listing fee. Okay, and so how can the SME, support this kind of expanding? So they have to come to the OTC. OTC is, I will show you the amount that we're talking about. Much is only around maybe just 10 times, 50 times less than the amount I'm talking about. Very simple listing procedure, so the time is very short. Have you heard of the most of the reason of dying of the SME? Because they are shortage of cash. And so the timing that you can get your cash and get your investment is also very important consideration. $1 today is much better than $100 tomorrow. That's true. So the timing of getting money is also very important. So you can see OTC market quicker, much quicker. And then it is a fast track, to achieve that recognition. The easier way that, you are someone that get to the OTC market and you get some funding, and so you must be a good company or someone recognize that you have the potential to grow. And a recognition by some investor is very important for you to do business, for you to raise further capital, or for you to talk to your bank. Okay, and so I think that's the three major reasons that you should look at this. Okay, let's go to some data here. Okay, the listing cost. They have Q bond, E bond. Q bond is a quotation bond. It's not trading. The E bond is the equity bond. It's trading. You can see it's 400,000 Hong dollars, 4 million Hong dollars. Only need for Q bond. I think it only take 2 to 3 months. For E bond, probably you have around 6 to 7 months that you can get listing. Very simple, no requirement to the historical issue because they do not need you to do the audit or to have the profit track record. No requirement to recognize business asset. No requirement to disclose any major issues. This is all on the Q board. Okay, the concept of Q board, I think is a very, very rational concept. Okay, in the past, if you need to get listing in the major board, you have to have profit, historical profit. You have to have audit to do it. You have to do all the restructuring. So you spend a lot of money, a lot of time, but there's no guarantee that you waste money in the market. But for Q board, they just change a bit. Okay, let's don't do all this thing. Let's focus on your development. Try to get to the board that you can meet investor, meet the people, the rich people, and then explain to them your development plan, your competitive advantage. And then what are you going to do is not until you get someone interested in you, you don't spend money on audit, you don't spend money on doing the restructuring. Because once you get the interested investor, they will pay you to do all this thing. So it make more sense. I mean, what we say that for SME, why bother to spend so much money to do something uncertain? Because there may not be any investor interested in me. So why don't we just spend a fair little money, get to a platform, get to some place that I can meet the investor, meet some international, and then I listen to them, and then I learn from them, and I looking for real investment. Then I start to spend money on audit to do the word up. That is in fact the difference. Why? I mean the whole OTC market is really designed for SME because they don't really want you to spend $1 is unnecessary. Okay, compared to SEE, you can see that more expensive, take 2 years, compliance very difficult. And I say that cost effective, quick timing, and also focus on the business, not on the compliance. And it is say it is a PR marketing shortcut. When you become the SME in the SEE, you get say you are the member of a listing company in Shanghai. You can catch other investor eye, and you can create value with your partner, supplier, and also with your employee. Because once you get listed, you got a market price. And so if you do share option, then you can tell your employee, okay, we got a value. We got a value. Why give me the share option? Because it is going to let you earn money. Why? Because we got a value. We got a value in the market. That's important. You can have a lot of business matching. When you get the value, then you can do M&A. You can do cooperation. Okay, that is another point I want you to remember is nowadays all the successful company not grow by natural. There's no way to go naturally. Okay, try to increase your sales every year. What they're doing, they grow what they're doing to it. They grow by merger and acquisition. And how can they do that? They are using the market value of their stock. One of the very good example is we're talking about Facebook. I don't know whether you remember, Facebook acquired WhatsApp 2 years ago. It is like a $200 million deal, a very big deal. And then And in fact, Facebook is very smart to do that, because after doing that, he can get into the mobile area, and it become more and more successful and more expensive for doing advertisement, and then the share price almost double after the acquisition. And what's the deal structure? Is it Facebook paying the cash? No. 100% share swap. 100% share swap. So that means for Facebook, he just, okay, push the button. And then they got what? They got the printing machine of money. Because when you become a listed company, you get a market price. Printing of the share certificate is exactly equal to printing of money. Because the market recognized the value of your share certificate. And you can use it to exchange the asset that you want. And everyone happy. So why every company have to come to listing? Why? I mean, the secret is that grow by M&A, grow by having the printing machine that can print you the money to do the M&A. If you do not have that, how can you compete? Okay, so that is the third point that I want you to remember. Yeah, come to this market, and then in the past, you have to very rich. You have to pay 30 million to get listing. Now, I give you some chance. Yeah, a small chance, more equal chance for the SME. You can also doing something similar in this market, so that you can start to compete with those big companies. Try to use your flexibility, try to use your creativity to attract the fund that really want to invest in you to help you to grow. And this market is cost effective. This market is very, very quick. And this market can save you a lot of listing expense. And you only spend it when you find the right one. So I think when we're looking at the history of US, everyone would say that it is a great nation. It is a nation that can gather the whole world resources, the human resources. He can have the best people from China, from Russia to working for them. But I think at the same time, it's also creating the best capital market in the world. Looking at NASDAQ. This is the engine that help the country to have creativity, to help the country to acquire most of the valuable company in the world. So China is going to do that. We should learn. So China central government is determined that we should create something similar. We should use our resources to do something similar. We must successful because it is one of the part of the strategic reason to do it. And I'm telling you that because I think always follow the central government. Okay, usually after listing, as I said, we already finished 180 cases. Most of the company can raise some money, depends on their size. Some several million, some can get to, because really some investor is looking. And then usually you can get a better credibility, you can get more funding from the bank. You get a credibility from the local government, more help in the tax, all this thing. So all this is a benefit. I think similar thing will be obtained in Thailand. I mean, emergent. I mean, if you are one of the first several one in Thailand that can list it in Shanghai, when you come back, I think you really catch. At least the newspaper should report on you. And I think the bank should ask, well, whether are you a good company? Should we start the business with you?
400,000
Yeah.
start off.
Yes.
Is that the pattern is required like MLM, multiple level marketing?
Yes.
Is the same?
It is the lowest level, the keyboard. Yeah. Yeah, very interesting. Yeah.
Can you explain a bit more about the difference between keyboard and keyboard?
Very simple. Very simple. The difference of keyboard and e-board, starting with the name. Keyboard is quotation market. Quotation, only quotation. No, all the transactions have been done online. Okay, it is a place that you can sell your company to an investor.
Like over the counter?
Yes, yes. I mean, do you familiar with the pink sheet system in US?
Yes.
Exactly the pink sheet.
So it's
Exactly the pink sheet. Pink sheet is also only a reporting system. So that's why you don't need to do audit. You don't need to spend money on that. Oh, okay, you just let yourself coming out and then meeting the investor. Not until you find the right one. You find your princess or your princess that you get married, then you need to pay for that. Okay? Okay, I'm going to give you one of the examples that I'm doing. That I've done. As I say that, in the past, China is only a closed economy. He only allow listing for local company, but because he want to internationalize, so the over-the-counter in Shanghai welcome company from overseas. This is one of the company that I done. It is a Japanese company that we just finished 3 months ago. Okay, what's this? It is a eyelash salon. I try to explain a little bit. Okay, when you look at a beautiful lady, you look at his eye, and then usually there's two types of making your eyes lash beautiful. One is just like a copy and paste. You can buy it from a supermarket and then stick it to your eye. Okay, that probably not very natural. Another one is there's a technology that you should put it in your eye one by one. It's more natural, more beautiful, and it can last around 1 month. I heard that. Yeah, and then it's going to be a very important cosmetic thing. I mean, for most of our ladies. Okay, and then this company in Japan, they have around 80 shops, and then they also have shops in Thailand, and also shops in Hong Kong, shops in The reason why they do that is that Japanese company facing a big problem on their market because the market is getting old. So they need an overseas market to expand the business or to sell their products. At the same time, in fact, although we got a lot of conflict between Chinese and Japanese, but in fact, down in the heart of Chinese, they always think that the Japanese people produce good things, quality things. And so they enjoy the service of the Japanese company. Okay, so we use this. We try to helping this company to get listed in the Shanghai OTC market. Okay, and so we combine the the Japanese company want to expand the market in China. Okay, the Chinese investor do not need to go to Japan, can invest in some good quality Japanese company in this market. And finally, the consumer in China can enjoy the good service of a Japanese company. So it is a win-win-win cases. And finally, we done that, and then you see, I try to use a Japanese example. Is that because it really open even to the Japanese. And then after that, we do the franchising system for them. Okay, we help them to build the franchising, and I think around now, he already there's about 50 or 100 franchisees willing to open up for them. And then they use the capital that he raised in China to fund all this project. I think sooner or later, our plan is we will helping this company to further list it in Hong Kong, so that at that time, the holding company in Hong Kong will operate also the overseas shops, including Thailand. Okay, so if the ladies here have interest, we will try to get some coupon for you. Okay, they will have shops here. So you should help us, see whether say. But I think that's a very, very good cases that you can see how the international work. I think there must be something in Thailand that the Chinese people enjoy, and then you can really, put it in the market and expand to you. Also, there must be something in China can be expand in the market in Thailand. Same thing. We are going to list another listed company in China. What his purpose is buying hotels in Japan. They are going to do the tourist service. And it is a great idea because thousands and thousands of people like to go to Japan. And China is going to the biggest group that spend money on the tourists. And I think Thailand is the same thing. Everyone come here and say, good, great, come. And I think you have a very good competitive advantage in tourists. So why not get this kind of company to get listing in Shanghai? Because then you will be more famous. You can do marketing much more easier. You say that I'm a listed company in Shanghai and I'm doing this business. And more people will come, will trust your company, will trust your service. And then you can do franchise. Okay? And the bank is willing to lend more money. So you can see that is really a very good. Okay? Let's see some of the picture. This is a shops in Wuhan. They opened up already in Wuhan. You can see this, something like that. It is a website. Okay. Finally, I want to give you another message. It is about myself. Then we end the section. Can you change to? I was a very, very small company when I just left. I remember I set up my own BMI in 1996, starting with 2 people, one and my partner. And then I think after 1 month, we have the money to hire a secretary. So we do it in 3 people for the whole year. So we truly a small company and we get to the SME. And I'm facing a lot of problem. I'm facing a lot of problem as an SME. I need something to help me to develop. Okay, what's my problem? What's my problem facing is that, okay, first of all, what was my business? I'm a IPO consultant. I'm helping people to get consultant. I'm just selling my idea. So my problem is that I do not have the name or the resources to hire more good people. So I can only work, in a very limited number of people. But I don't have the I don't have the money problem. I don't need money. I just selling idea. But I need good people. And also I need a brand name. Because without a brand name, every time when I meet a client, I have to spend 1 or 2 hours explain what I'm going to do, how can I help you. And then finally, my customer will still say the same thing. Hey, Mr. Low, I know you are very good. You are very experienced people. I know that you're good in IPO, but I still cannot understand why I should pay you 4 million to help me. Oh, at that time I charge 4 million for a case. Very expensive, right? Yeah, and then no one is going to believe. At that time, I'm not so smart. Very short. Young people. I just say that, oh, I work for Deloitte & Touche. I'm very experienced. How can I do that? So at that time, I really need a name that can promote my company. Okay, the chance come when one day, when I stay in my home, I see my TV. At that time, the head of Hong Kong is Dong Jianhua, the old guy. He announced we should open up the Gen Board of Hong Kong in order to promote the financial center. And the requirement of Gen Board is exactly like what we have now in Shanghai. No profit requirement, no asset requirement, nothing. And then we are going to have 100 in order to help the SME to grow. And then suddenly, I think it is a chance for me. I don't know why. I mean, I just think it is a chance for me. And then I told my wife, I'm going to list. And then do you know what's the first sentence from my wife? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Yeah. Then I sit down. And then we think it again and again. Yeah. And very lucky, logically, I know that I fulfill every requirement. At the time of listing, you can see what I have. Now, this is a question written in Chinese, which means, I'll try to translate for you. Whether a company get listing should be a successful company. Whether you should be a successful company, then you get listing, or not. Or you should not, because you are cheating. Okay, at the time of listing, I'm quite good. I have 4 million profit. But the problem, I only have 14 people. 14, and including 2 secretaries. My net asset is $1,644. That's it. But I'm selling an idea. Why should I have an asset? But Hong Kong dollars. And so I mean, I don't know how to explain this kind of company, but in Chinese we say, 我们是皮包公司，这个老板一走了就什么都没有。Okay. Quite frankly, if I went away, this company will have nothing. But I think I got a great future. That's all I got. And then in order to prove that, I try to show you my prospectus. Is it beautiful? Wet in color. Using my connection, I really got 4 sponsors to help me to get listing. And in the page 88, it showed the number of staff that I have. 14. I'm not cheating you. I'm 14, and I'm not cheating everyone. I'm write down the truth in the prospectus to tell every investor. I only have 14 staff. You can see that I'm making profit about 4 million, right? But unfortunately, I need the money, so I also do a dividend of 4 million. So and finally, because I earn 4 million and I give out a dividend, so finally in 120 pages, my net asset is only 1,644, no zero. So $1,644 written down in practice. That's what I have. But one more thing is, you don't see is I got 50 pages of development plan. At the time, I'm telling everyone that, I'm going to do the IPO consulting. I'm going to helping all the Chinese enterprise to get listed overseas. And it will be a great business in the future 10 years. No, the timing that I'm doing listing is 2001. That is 12 years ago. And in fact, I'm right. I'm giving them a right direction. In Hong Kong. At that time, Gen board requirement is very similar to what the requirement that we have in Shanghai. Okay? And then, very luckily, I really decided to go on. I even borrowed money from my wife to do that. And yeah, and luckily, I really can convince some of the investors. I raised 30 million at the time with this kind of financial figure. And because of this, I get the platform. So after that, after my listing, I no longer need 2 hours to explain. I only tell him 3 things. Come on, BMI is a listed company. Wow. Then my customer will then, wow, stand up. Well, you are really a listed company. Yes. Second thing, I'm the chairman of this listed company. And at that time, no more than 1,000 chairmen. At that time, the whole total number of listed companies in China, including Hong Kong, less than 1,000. I'm the 1,000 people of the 1.3 billion people. And then the third thing is, okay, look at that. I can even make BMI such a worse company to get listed. Why couldn't I get you listed? And so, after this 3 sentences, I get a business. Because you really demonstrate the power of knowledge. You really demonstrate what you have. That is the result that I want. As I tell you what you are. I need a platform. I need a name to tell people I'm good. And the best thing is that I'm doing listing business. So let's get listed. And that's the best strategy. Because of this, it's outdated now. My group, total number of group, my company people is approaching around 1,000 nowadays. And I got office all around. In China, I have at least 80 office now. Although most of them are marketing office, but I do have a lot of much more better. And I built up 35 professional company that individual can provide one professional service. I built a really big team of professional service. I'm serving over 800 listed companies in the region. And I finished more than 100 IPO cases in the past 20 years. Yeah.
Is it the BMI is a convert from IBM?
No. Joking. No. Because IBM won't think about body massage. I'm thinking about body massage. In fact, the starting is a business and management intelligence. Intelligence means something, but I think it's much better to describe a more body massage incorporated. Yeah, because we really want to give you the service like the body massage. I think that's more successful in this way. Okay, so we come back. The conclusion, I did ask you, do you think only the successful company can list it? No. because you are not successful, because you need the resources. Then, because of that, then you go listed. And I think it's fair. Why? Don't think you're cheating the investor. I'm honest. I'm telling every truth. But then why a lot of investors still like to invest, just like the Alibaba? I mean, 10 years ago, one of the things I'm doing great is I reject the investment plan from Alibaba. But I think this guy is crazy. He's cheating my money. So I decided not go ahead. Right? So it's a fair game. So to be a professional investor, you judge it is your money. You make the decision whether you're going to invest or not. And I'm not cheating. I'm telling you every truth and a great development plan. And whether you believe or not. And the world is so funny or interesting is because no one knows what's going to happen the next 10 years. Maybe Alibaba will collapse, go bankrupt. Who knows? And then BMI may acquire IBM. Right? Not a big deal. IBM is dropping. I'm going up. IBM, sooner or later, if it cannot change, it will become a very weak company. Who knows? So it is an interesting world that full of opportunities. And I just, to conclude, I just like to use my example. I'm a very lucky guy that make a decision. But if I do not make a decision for going listing at the time, I don't think I will have that platform that can build up so easily. So the same thing. As I tell you, this is now the same chance in Shanghai. So, to be investor, look at that. You may find interesting company. To be a fundraiser or a company, also look at that. It may be a place that you can raise, can grow. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your important speech and interesting information. Okay, for right now, I think everyone has the question, but need the time for us. And right now, I would like to welcome Mr. Umed on the stage. ขอเรียนเชิญค่ะ ในลำดับนี้นะคะเราคงต้องการผู้ดำเนินรายการค่ะ Thank you for this time for conversation.
Something's very sorry because I have to watch for the airplane. So I think I can only have spare another 15 minutes here.
Okay, 15 minutes 15 นาทีค่ะ
Oh, okay, I see.
Photographers. Okay. If you have only 15 minutes ขอไม่สรุปได้ไหมเพราะว่าถ้าสรุปนี่ยาวมากเลยครับเขียนมา3 หน้าครึ่งครับถ้าสรุปง่ายๆก็คือสรุปก็ได้จะได้มีเวลาว่างให้แก Basically while he's talking sorry again me and my English คือ
I'm sorry, just correct because I look at the time in Hong Kong. So we should have 1 hour.
See?
But I don't mean I want to stay here for 1 hour. So okay, because I don't make you sleepy. Okay.
Okay. จากนั้นสรุปดีกว่าครับก็คือคุณโรเวลเริ่มจากการที่บอกว่าเริ่มบริษัทโดยเองแล้วก็แบบคนที่คุ้นเคยกับคนไทยพูดถึงเรื่องการที่ว่าตั้งบริษัทมาแล้วก็ปีที่แล้วเองก็มี100 กว่าเคสที่เขาทำได้พูดถึงเรื่องว่ามี opportunity ใน OTC market over the counter trading in Shanghai SEE Shanghai Equity Exchange เป็นวิธีหนึ่งก็คือto be able to list to be able to raise วิธีการที่จะระดมทุนได้ครับดังนั้นคือสิ่งที่เขา promise สัญญาไว้ว่าก็คือถ้าคุณจะตาม if I got you correct here you say always follow the direction of the central bank and you will benefit I promise คือเขาสัญญา it's I hope it's a guarantee หวังว่าคือบอกว่าถ้าเราตามนโยบายของรัฐบาลไม่ใช่รัฐบาลกลางสิdirection ของใครนั่นเนี่ย central bank ก็คือ PBOC จะได้กำไรตลอดจะได้ผลดีตลอด อ่าคือสิ่งที่เขาบอกว่ามี 4,969 บริษัทที่จดทะเบียนที่ SEE และส่วนมากจดภายในปีกว่าๆที่ผ่านมาเพราะว่า SEE เองตั้งขึ้นมาในปี 2010 ก็คือแค่นี่ปีที่ 5 31% ของ SEE ถือหุ้นด้วย Shanghai Government ก็คือรัฐบาลสั่งให้ Shanghai Government เป็นผู้ถือหุ้นแล้วก็ตั้งตรงนี้ขึ้นมาเพื่อให้เป็น NASDAQ ของจีนคือเขาพูดถึงว่าเหตุผลนั้นก็คือเพื่อที่จะให้มีคนจีนที่ขอโทษจะใช้ศัพท์ตรงนี้ copy มาตลอดคือ I think you said that you said basically in the past you were copying a lot of the products okay good I didn't make that up yeah so he said คือสิ่งที่เขาบอกว่าคือเขาก๊อปมาตลอดแล้วตอนนี้ 4% ของสมมติเขาเอาชู iPhone ขึ้นมาแล้วบอกว่า iPhone เป็น example ว่า 4% ของตรงนั้นนะมาที่จีนอีก 96% ไปกับ Apple เพราะว่า it's a design it's a product แทนที่จะเป็นคือเราเป็น manufacturing base จีนพยายามที่จะตัดออกจากตรงนั้นเพื่อที่จะให้ value creation มากขึ้นโอเคoh god China's คือเพราะว่าประเทศจีนก็จะเดี๋ยวนี้พัฒนาในแง่ของบุคลากรมากขึ้นแล้วก็เดี๋ยวนี้มีคนที่ graduate คนที่ออกคนที่มีศึกษาที่ดีเพื่อที่จะมีresearch R&D ดีขึ้นมากกว่าประเทศอื่นณตอนนี้ต้นทุนที่ US สำหรับ Pharma Industry อยู่ที่ประมาณ10 เท่าของจีนเหตุผลที่เขาอ้างอิงก็คือถ้าโค้ดเขาได้โดยตรงก็คือว่า the value of life in China is cheaper than the US I don't need to explain that I think โอเคคือสิ่งที่เขาบอกก็คือว่าชีวิตมีค่าใน Americans มีชีวิตมีคุณค่ามากกว่าคือณตอนนี้ China พยายามติดตาม US ในแง่ policy ในแง่ของการพัฒนา R&D ทุกสิ่งทุกอย่างซึ่งมันเป็นอะไรที่ทำให้พัฒนาและมี opportunity ที่ดีขึ้นในอนาคตได้เขาสิ่งที่น่าสนใจมากๆก็คือการที่สิ่งที่ผมคิดว่าน่าสนใจมากๆก็คือบริษัทเองบริษัทส่วนตัวของเขาซึ่งผมพยายามที่จะเร่งคือเขาพูดถึงเรื่องแรกๆเลยก็คือว่าในแง่ของ listing criteria ที่มีของตลาดใหญ่และตลาด LTC which I think you would be able to after the seminar น่าจะดาวน์โหลดจากเว็บไซต์เขาได้ผมไม่ต้องมานั่งอธิบายเพราะว่าอธิบายนี่อีกครึ่งชั่วโมงแน่นอนครับคือเขาให้ example บริษัทหนึ่งที่เขา list ไปก็คือ Blanc ใช่ไหมครับ is it Blanc B-L-A-N-C Blanc the company the eyelash
B-L-A-N-C
Blanc yeahซึ่งเขาเป็นบริษัทญี่ปุ่นที่ขายในจีนมากพอสมควรแล้วก็มีสาขาประมาณ180สาขาที่ญี่ปุ่นมีที่ฮ่องกงมีที่ไทยไปลิสต์ที่นั่นแล้วก็เอาเงินนั้นไปขยายธุรกิจเพิ่มเติมขึ้นมาอนาคตสิ่งที่เขาพูดก็คือว่าจะลิสต์บริษัทนี้เข้าในตลาดหุ้นของฮ่องกงเพื่อที่จะเป็น holding company ที่จะดูแลทั้งภูมิภาคทั้งหมดเลยคือบริษัท OTC จะของเขาแต่อันนี้เป็นอีกบริษัทหนึ่งอีก holding หนึ่งซึ่งเขาบอกว่าแบบนี้เราบริษัทในเมืองไทยเองที่มีธุรกิจเกี่ยวข้องกับจีน or somewhere related to that เราไปเอาระดมทุนที่นั่นได้เพื่อที่จะขยายกิจกรรมของเราของเขาเองเขาเอา example ส่วนตัวของเขาขึ้นมาซึ่งเขาบอกว่าปี1996เขาเริ่มจาก2คนบวกไม่เริ่มจาก2คนเองหลังจาก1เดือนมีเงินเพียงพอที่จ้างเลขาตอนที่เขา list ขึ้นมาเขาก็มีพนักงาน14คนผมไม่รู้ว่าเขา list ได้ยังไงแต่ก็ถ้าผมเป็นauthority ผมก็จะเริ่มสงสัยมีเงิน asset was it the money in the bank deposit or was it the asset overall of $1,644 if I can ask
okay.
I can't read Chinese so I wouldn't
okay net asset is total asset minus total
so it was net asset for you
my total asset
okay.
is bigger than 1,600
okay
I think
so
around $10,000
okay so total asset was $10,000 ก็คือทั้งหมดสินทรัพย์อยู่ที่หมื่นเหรียญซึ่งก็น้อยมากตอนที่เขา list ก็มีแค่14คนที่อยู่ในบริษัทเขา กู้เงินจากภรรยามาเพื่อ list ไม่รู้ภรรยายอมได้ยังไงแต่ก็โอเค at that point how did your wife agree to it I'm going to ask that question but anyway what devil's agreement did you make with her
Very simple. Very simple. I promise she will be the major shareholders, the biggest.
See there's a catch there's always a
It is
catch
the way that you get money, right?
okay okay so basically เป็นบริษัทที่แปลกมากได้กำไร4 ล้านจ่ายปันผล 100% ถ้ามีอยู่บริษัทแบบนั้นขอซื้อหุ้นด้วยครับแล้วก็ net แล้วก็ไม่มี retained earnings ไม่มีอะไรซึ่งก็ net asset ก็อยู่ที่เหมือนเดิมสิ่งที่เขาบอกว่าในการที่เขาจดทะเบียนเข้าไปทำให้บริษัทเขามี recognition มีความที่เป็นบริษัทที่จดอยู่นั้นก็ทำให้มีเวลาเข้าไปเจอลูกค้าไม่ต้องไปนั่งอธิบาย3 ชั่วโมง2 ชั่วโมงเพื่อที่จะบอกว่าบริษัทเราทำอะไรเขาบอกว่าเขาใช้สมองเขาไม่ต้องการ asset ซึ่งอธิบายยากนิดนึงใน normal terms yeah and I think this was an interesting aspect of the BMI ไม่ได้ PR แต่แบบว่าแค่ BMI มัน body massage and what's the I what does I stand for oh okay body massage incorporated okay no BMI you said it's like a body massage so BM would be body massage
B for businessman
I know
oh okay
okay yeah so แกแนะนำด้วยว่า10 ปีข้างหน้าโลกมันจะเปลี่ยนแปลงไปจากคำถามที่พี่ถามมาว่าIBM ว่าคือแกก็บอกว่าถ้าเราไม่เปลี่ยนแปลงตามโลกอนาคตบริษัทอย่าง IBM ก็จะค่อยๆลงไปแล้วก็บริษัทอย่างเขาพยายามพัฒนาขึ้นตลอดก็คือ depends on creativity of the person okay I hope I got that right in 5-10 minutes whatever it was and now the question is thank you question is please raise questions เชิญเลยครับข้างหลัง
Yeah, it's just quite innovative and inspiration your presentation. Now, let's ask the question about when you delisted. You haven't been talking about delisted. Now, if I get into the Q board, right, and somehow traditional approach, we need to move it to the higher market or be delisted. Is there any condition of that to be delisted of Q board in the Hong Kong market?
Okay, as I say that the Q board is only a quotation board. So in fact, he doesn't need you to change your legal structure. So in fact, so the question to you is very simple. That's in fact you don't change your structure to fit the Q board. So I mean, so it's the same thing that will be if you want to when you after listing you get the money and then all the shares agree to go on, then you go on. No more restructuring work. Yeah. You all you need to do is just to get setting up the holding company in Hong Kong.
Okay.
คำถามอยู่ที่ว่าถ้าพูดถึงเรื่องlisting อย่างเดียวแต่ delist เพราะว่าถ้าจะเปลี่ยนจากบอร์ดหนึ่งไปบอร์ดหนึ่งก็ delist มีมาตรการอะไรไหมคือเขาบอกว่า overall ไม่ต้องทำเพราะว่าQ board นี่มันแค่ quotation อย่างเดียว structure ไม่ต้องเปลี่ยนทั้งสิ้นทั้งหมดเหมือนเดิมแล้วไปต่อได้ครับ
Question is about when usually it's more like strategy when you're gonna delist and get a quotation. You need to get the audit or any paperwork or anything so you get a better price. Now from time frame you get into the quotation and move into the being traded and get a better price. How you can move in strategy, and finally. When you only have experience in Thailand now, what sector are you looking for in terms of your innovative idea that to move the sector of industry in Thailand, get into the quotation in that market?
I think that's two questions about how to move your company. We are talking about I think just someone mentioned about multi-level capital market. Okay, at the top you got the main board listing, at the bottom you got the Q board, and then in the middle you got E board or something like that. It's just like a level of education. Let me explain maybe in our education, we include primary school, secondary school, and also the university. Okay, so everyone want to get to the university. We know that it is good, but if I'm not capable to do that, then what can you do? Starting from a primary school, and then finish your primary school, then get to a secondary school. Finish the secondary school, then you get a chance to get into a university. So the multi-level of capital market is the same thing. Okay, you are SME, you want to get a listing in Hong Kong, but Hong Kong is very expensive. All this thing you cannot fulfill. So start with the Q board that you don't need to spend much money, and then find an investor, put your money, and you grow your business. And then at the second stage, you may consider about listing in the e-board or somewhere, or waste more money. And then gradually, then you get the power or the resources to do listing in Hong Kong. So in order to attract the investor, you should have, just like me, you should have a very beautiful future plan, plus a good partner of BMI. Yeah, because I'm famous. I'm telling you, I'm helping you to do the multi-level. It may take 10 years, it may take 5 years, or it may take just 2 years. So people always have the time to think about whether he want to invest in you. And he will always thinking that, you got a plan, and then you got a plan that I will be able to exit. Okay, so I add some more thing about exit. Okay, as an investor, I'm now also an investor. I manage a fund about 4 billion. Okay, so when I make the investment, I will consider a lot of factors. But one of the major factors I will always consider is, when can I exit? I put the money in you today. When I can get back my money and my return? That's very important to me. I mean, if I can get back the return in 2 years, then this investment is much better than I can get back the return in 5 years. Because we are talking about the turnover of my investment money. Okay, so always remember, if you want to please the investor, always remember that you always have a listing plan. Because listing is the best way for exit for the investor. So always tell the investor, I need your money to expand, but we are going to list in 2 years. And never say, I don't have any listing plan. I never think about that. I think it's too far away from me. Then you will far away from the investor. Okay?
โอเคคำถามขึ้นมาว่า strategy ว่าจะทำยังไงก็บอกว่าคือพูดถึงเรื่องmulti level capital markets ก็คือเหมือนเราไปโรงเรียน primary secondary ก็คือโรงเรียนมัธยม whatever university ของเราคืออยู่จบ1ผ่าน2ผ่าน3สิ่งที่แกพูดก็คือว่าเราควรเวลาไป list เข้าไป1ขอสรุปอันสุดท้ายก่อนเลยว่าเวลาเราไปขอเงินจาก investor ขึ้นมาสิ่งแรก obviously it's very normal คือคิดว่าต้องบอก investor อยู่แล้วว่าเราต้องการเงินคุณเพื่อขยายธุรกิจและบริษัทผมจะlist ในอนาคตและสร้างวิธีทางให้คุณเพื่อที่จะ exit ได้คือสิ่งที่แกบอกว่าวิธีดีก็คือมี1 exit strategy ให้ผู้ลงทุน investor กับ2ต้องมี partner ดีซึ่งเขาโปรโมตตัวเองก็คือเขาบอกว่าอาจจะบางครั้งใช้เวลา2ปี5ปีแล้วแต่เพื่อที่จะ list ขึ้นมาแกพูดถึงว่าแกลงทุน 4,000 ล้านฮ่องกงดอลลาร์4 billion Hong Kong dollars yeah as a fund Hong Kong dollars 4 billion Hong Kong dollars as a fund เขา manage อยู่ซึ่งเขาก็บอกว่าเวลาเขาซื้อหุ้นขายหุ้นอะไรพวกนี้เขาก็คิดในแง่ของ exit strategy now my question is back to you I'm gonna cue because this is related give me 1 second related to it I'm sorry I usually wouldn't you are managing $4 billion in Hong Kong dollars the question for you is how much of that is invested in the OTC market and how much of that is listed on the main are you buying in the main board Is there a big chunk?
I think it's only around 10% in the OTC market. Okay, the reason very simple is because I manage the money for my client, and so I have to ask my client what kind of risk you want to take. Okay, and then his answer to me will then decide how risky my portfolio will be. And then OTC market is regarded as the most risky investment because all the SME, the investment here is a small company, and then and so a lot of company will collapse sooner or later, but the return also is very great. So that is a high risk, high return market, the OTC market.
Sorry ให้แปลให้นะครับคือผมคำถามต่อไม่รู้ว่าคนอื่นอยากคำถามมีเหมือนกันไหมว่าถ้าลงทุน 4,000 ล้านในแง่ของ investor of fund management ถามตรงไปเลยว่าเราโปรโมท OTC อยู่ OTC เราลงทุนกี่เปอร์เซ็นต์ของ 4,000 ล้านแกก็บอกว่า 10% ซึ่งเขาลงทุนมากกว่านั้นไม่ได้เพราะว่าต้องถาม investor แต่ละคนว่า risk profile ของเขาคืออะไรต้องการ risk ที่มากกว่าน้อยกว่าใช่ไหมครับซึ่งถ้าผู้เอาเงินมาฝากเอามาเงินลงทุนเนี่ยเขาบอกว่าต้องการ low risk ก็ต้องไปลงทุนที่อื่นเพราะว่า OTC เป็น high risk แล้วก็โอกาสที่เจ๊งมันก็มีเพราะเป็น SME พอสมควร
I want to add one more point and say, okay, if you're looking at the past 10 years, in fact, the money that in asset management that putting in the OTC market is increasing a lot. I mean, in the past, I hardly spend 1%. That in fact meeting the changing investment philosophy of the whole world, because the world is changing so fast. Some company you will regard as a safe or big traditional company can collapse very easily, and some of the new and SME can grow to be a giant in 1 or 2 years. So I mean, as a fund manager or investment manager, we are also adapting the changing world. So that's why the OTC market have the futures because more and more investor, like the fund manager or people, is willing to look at that. Yeah, because it's no longer safe. Even if you invest in the oil company, I mean, in the past 2 years, you're going to lose half of them. Who say it is safe? I mean, to invest in traditional. Oh, and more investors will agree with me. It is more dangerous to invest in traditional company. And it's true.
โอเคต่อนะครับคือเขาบอกว่าใน10 ปีที่ผ่านมา OTC คนลงทุนใน OTC มากขึ้นในอดีตไม่ถึง 1% ตอนนี้ของแกเองก็ประมาณ 10%แกบอกว่าถ้า invest ในสมมติเอาน้ำมันเป็นตัวหลักตัวเป็น example ขึ้นมาคุณก็จะเหลือครึ่งหนึ่งของราคาเพราะว่าราคาน้ำมันตกมาแล้วtraditional company ก็คือบริษัทยักษ์ใหญ่แต่ละบริษัทที่มีชื่อเสียงอย่างดังบางครั้งก็ไม่ได้เป็นวิธีการลงทุนที่ดีที่สุด
Yes.
Sorry.
Thank you. A lot of the discussion currently has been around the part of the benefit of listing as a capitalization strategy. What about, for example, if the strategy is around market penetration, which I guess goes hand in hand, but focused on market penetration towards the Chinese market, what would you comment about, the benefits of listing, and has there been also experiences not only from Asian market but actually from the US or from European markets that actually have listed on the SEE as that type of strategy?
I think taking back my example, okay, the most benefit I receive from my listing is not money. Is the name or the marketing that I can get. And so I think the same thing apply to other industry. Is once you get listed, people will regard you as a more trustful thinking your products much better, or the partner will think we can do more business. Okay, so you can see nowadays, because everyone, in fact, a lot of company, the sole purpose for the listing is marketing. I take an example. I remember the Prada, the most famous brand name from France. I think 2 years or 3 years before, he came to list it in Hong Kong. And then the CEO remarkably repeat one sentence. The purpose of the listing is we want to make Prada a more famous brand name to China. It's true, right? I mean, it saves a lot of advertising costs, because every time you announce your result, they are going to have a big channel to announce, and everyone know your result. Oh, Prada is going up 50%. More people come to buy your things, and then you just get an indirect feeling. It must be a good company, a good product. And if not, why so many people rush to buy it? Right? So you now listing become a very important strategy for fundraising, for people, also people, attracting people. If you are not listed company, how can you attract people? And then also for marketing. So if we are talking about carrying market, I totally agree that you can look at that from a much higher dimension about the benefit of listing.
คำถามขึ้นมาว่า market penetration ก็คือวิธีทางที่จะเข้าในตลาดได้ไหมถ้าเรา list ขึ้นมาซึ่งคุณโรยบอกว่าใช่เพราะว่าของบริษัทส่วนตัวเองแกบอกว่าการที่ list สิ่งที่ได้มากที่สุดก็คือ branding มากที่สุดไม่ใช่เงินมันไม่ได้ขนาดนั้นเขาเอา example ของ Prada แล้วก็บอกว่าการที่ Prada ไป list ในฮ่องกงเมื่อ3 ปีที่แล้วทำให้แบรนด์มันมีคุณค่าและก็มีคนรู้จักมากขึ้นเพราะว่าทุกครั้งที่มีแถลงข่าวมีอะไรเกิดขึ้นก็คนจะรู้จักมากขึ้นบอกว่า trust เป็นสิ่งที่แล้วมันสร้างความเชื่อมั่นเหมือนกัน Can I just ask one question, a follow-up? Again, I'm sorry. I'm a journalist. I just cannot get over my journalism. My question is, listing is amazingly good thing to undertake. With 4,000 plus companies listed in, say, 18 months, I would say, whatever, if it's 3,000 companies, regulatory backdrop, the groundwork being undertaken by the regulators, are there enough people to make sure that the books that are coming in are not cooked? One of the biggest issues with any market with too many listing at any given point, we trust you. I'm not saying we're not trusting you, but there could be 100 other companies like you who may be just cooking the books up with 3,000, 4,000 companies being listed at any given point. Regulatory framework, is it good enough to get rid of these cooked up?
As I mentioned during the presentation, if you're looking at the Q board, it is a completely different direction of listing. Okay, you represent the old way. Is okay. When you get listed, you should do an audit. You should make sure you have a good book. You should make sure that everything, and then you go to the market to raise fund. But no one know whether you will be successful or not. But now we just turn around. Okay, don't care about all this thing. Go to the market, see your investor, show them your plan. And then all the investors there, we have already told them, this company figure is not audited. We are not sure about the books is good or not. So when you find the right company, the one that you have to do that you like to invest, do your own due diligence. Do your own diligence. Do your own work to make sure that you really think it is a good company for you to invest. So you can see the difference of the thinking process, right? I think it's a very simple change, but much better for SME, right? And much better for those risk-taking investor. Because in this way, I'm more risky, but also I may be able to find the investment at a very cheap price.
Depends on the pricing.
Yeah,
If my book is not audited, then obviously
Yeah,
my shares are gonna be-
because you've done everything, then I have to pay maybe 2 or 3 times more. And a lot of investors like me, I would rather like to do my own study, right? And then secretly pay it up and then buy it at a very good price, and then I try to introduce to the market, and I'm making good money. So I think that's the very important on the concept. The old concept is no longer good. I mean for this high risk, high return market, because we tell every investor, okay, be careful. All the figures not audited, so don't bother. Don't believe in them. Okay, but make sure that you like that before you do the due diligence. Do your own diligence. Do your own thing.
โอเคคำตอบก็คือทำ due diligence เอง ผมก็ยากเหมือนกันว่าถ้าจะเป็นภาษาจีนผมจะทำ due diligence ยังไง แต่ก็ผมว่าเขาก็บอกว่าถ้าไป road show เขาก็จะบอกเลยว่าโอเคว่าเราจะบริษัทนี้มัน audit และไม่ audit ซึ่งก็
So I always remind my client, when you go listing in the Q board, don't think about you definitely will get the investment. No guarantee. No guarantee, because you may be a very poor company that no one liked, right? But are you going to take a chance that to sold you to some other people, and then listen to the investor? Why? At least you can ask the question, why you don't like me? I'm so beautiful. What's my problem? Then learn from the answer. Those are rich people that have great experience that can tell you why they don't like to invest in you. And it is a good direction for you to correct your future. Right? Always go to those good people that have wisdom. Listen to them. That is the best way to learn to improve your company.
วิธีดีที่สุดก็คือถ้าจะเรียนรู้ควรที่จะไปหา investor ที่ฉลาดและก็เรียนรู้จากเขาจะมีคำถามอะไรเราก็จะได้เรียนรู้ว่าตรงไหนเราไม่ดีตรงไหนดีปรับปรุงตัวเองหลังจากนั้นเมื่อกี้มีคำถามไหมครับมีไหมครับเชิญเลยครับพี่
The total investment for your company is worth about 9 million baht in Thailand. You know that? 400,000 Hong Kong dollars. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. So that Thai people, I think, is a lot of people have the experience with some of the same marketing, multiple marketing level, like what is called. Can I mention? U Fund. You know, right now a friend of mine invests a lot in there. Right now he end up with a bowl of rice every day. And it was a sad thing that he spent the last money, lump sum money with that company, and he end up with nothing. Okay, so that's why I think it's a step precaution for the investor, but I think it's like like a big wildfire. Okay, people jump into, and it's like hey, come on. Come as a group and all that, recruiting all the people, down to the level of that, but it's end up the owner of the corporation was dishonored, and they moved transaction of the financial transaction overseas to all over the world, and the poor soul who invest, all the investor now they're suffering from that. Okay,
Yeah,
but you are the owner, man. So and you have a better wife than mine, because my wife don't want me to invest in anything. Okay, lucky you.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, the market always go like this way. You got a lot of people cheating, but I think because overall the concept is right. and then I mean, after a good education, so everyone's belief. I mean, you hold the money, and then you make a decision, and no one can tell whether you're right or wrong. Until I mean, just like what I make decision when I decided to reject Alibaba. So, I think let's do more seminar, let's do more education, and then make sure that everyone know that it is a high risk, high return market, and so everyone make his life happy. So no one, or you may choose to be, oh, I don't want it. I just want to buy some stock from the bank, or you like to take this risk. It is your life. What I mean, money at the end won't bring away. You and me can bring nothing when we die, and so make yourself happy during your lifetime, and then make your decision whether where you want to invest this stuff or get some excitement, or you want to be peaceful. So I think that's good. I mean, we got a lot of people, and different people have different investment objective, different life, and it makes the world beautiful in this way. Yeah, right. So, but I think I believe that I believe in something, and then the purpose of, I mean, like the seminar here is bringing new message. I think more message, more education, or more information for user. Then you will know the world better, and then you, and I believe all these things will help your life much happier. May not be rich, but I think we'll be rich. We will be much more happy, because you can make more decisions. You're free to do, and then you will bear the result of your decision. Everyone have to do that.
จะบอกว่าไอ้ overall concept มันถูกต้องอยู่แล้วครับ คือเวลาเหมือนกันตอนที่บริษัท BMI reject Alibaba 10 ปีที่แล้ว ก็เป็นการตัดสินใจของเขา คือตลาด OTC มันเป็น high risk high return ดังนั้นคนมันต้องเรียนรู้ว่าเราไปจับอะไรอยู่ ถ้าตราบใดเราลงทุนแบบ OTC ไปแล้วก็ขาดทุนไปก็ปัญหาของเรา มันเกี่ยวกับ risk profile ด้วยแต่ละคน risk profile มันแตกต่างกันเยอะพอสมควรดังนั้นคือคนมันต้องรู้ว่าเราไปถึงไหนจุดไหนได้แล้วบอกว่าแกแนะนำว่าควรจะมีสัมมนามากขึ้นจะได้เราให้ข้อมูลกับคุณได้และคุณก็ตัดสินใจของคุณ based on information ที่คุณได้จากตรงนี้ที่อื่นที่คุณหาเอง More questions? More
I think I need to answer the question that what kind of industry I'm thinking. I'm telling you what I'm going to invest here. Maybe there's some hints that you think is good. Okay. There's two way. I mean, one thing is what kind of products, what kind of service that Thailand is easy, just like the Japanese thing that you the people in China like it. We just make an investment decision that in the future 6 months we are going to spend around 50 to 100 million Hong dollars to acquire some kind of agricultural type products. Okay. We believe because China is highly polluted. Highly polluted with metals, with all this thing, water, everything. So, in the next 10 years, one thing will be very expensive will be the clean food or the water. And so, by buying those resources, like a clean land that can grow good trees, all this thing will be, I think, a very smart investment in the future. So yeah, and I suppose Thailand should have some kind of competitive advantage about this. Yeah, there's a lot of things that you can grow, even the Chinese medicine. Okay, there's a lot of complaint that nowadays all the Chinese medicine was polluted. so it become not a medicine, but a poisons. You know, and indeed it is true. I mean, more and more people will get old, will get sick, and they will rely on a lot of Chinese medicine for the good health, because I think they really have a philosophy that we should keep our good health, food, the normal food, all this thing, and I think that Thailand should have very good competitive advantage, something like that. Going some expensive Chinese medicine with a keen land, something like that, and then with a good package, something like that, will be a very good business. That's something like that. As I say, I mean, tourists is always a attracting point. So whether it's time to buy some good hotel or something like that, and then try to package it, it is a private tour, and then sell it, and then get a traveling license in China, try to have private tour, something like that. It's also a very good business. I can feel that most of my colleagues in China is spending their time with their family, going overseas. So that's two things I think, yeah, you can think about that.
สรุปเร็วๆเพราะว่าดูท่าทางคนอื่นเขารอแล้วคิวต่อไปรอแล้วครับโอเคสรุปเร็วๆก็คือธุรกิจที่น่าสนใจที่ทางนี้อยากลงทุนก็คือ1 medicine ไม่ใช่ medicine สิ clean business clean ก็คือทุกสิ่งทุกอย่างในจีนดูท่าทาง polluted หมดเลยเป็นพิษหมดดังนั้นพื้นที่ที่จะปลูกพื้นที่ที่จะทำอะไรที่เป็น medicine พื้นที่จะเป็นข้าวอะไรก็แล้วแต่ที่มันเป็น clean มันออร์แกนิกมากกว่าที่เจอในจีนเป็นหนึ่งในนั้นสิ่งที่สองก็คือ tourism industry ซึ่งคนก็จะท่องเที่ยวมากขึ้นเป็นสองธุรกิจที่เขาอยากจะลงทุนมากขึ้นในอนาคตอาจจะเป็นคิวสำหรับคนที่จะอยากลงทุนในคนที่มีเงินมากเกินไปแล้วก็อยากลงทุนที่ไหนก็คิดดูได้ครับ Thank you very much for your time and I'll give back to
Thank you very much ขอบคุณมากๆค่ะ I'm so sorry for our short time we have the time is not smart and right now please stand with us first okay I would like to welcome คุณเกษมดุษฎีประเสริฐค่ะ on the stage for present a token of appreciation to the distinguished speaker วันนี้ต้องขอบคุณท่านอย่างยิ่งนะคะแล้วก็ต้องขอบคุณทุกๆคำถามด้วยค่ะThank you very much ขอบคุณค่ะขอบคุณคุณเกษมด้วยค่ะวันนี้คุณเกษมนะคะเป็น Sales and Marketing Director จาก iBrick ค่ะเป็นส่วนหนึ่งในการจัดงานในครั้งนี้ค่ะเอาละตอนนี้นะคะเนื่องจากว่าเวลาเราเลทมา1ช่วงเต็มๆค่ะแต่ไม่เป็นไรดิฉันเข้าใจในทุกๆคำถามและสิทธิและผลประโยชน์ต่างๆที่เกี่ยวข้องกับคำตอบที่คุณได้ในลำดับนี้ค่ะดิฉันอยากจะให้ทุกท่านนะคะได้พักเบรกกันก่อนค่ะลองสักประมาณ 5-10 นาทีนะคะรับอาหารรับกาแฟด้านนอกค่ะแล้วนำกลับเข้ามาภายในห้องของเราได้เรายังคงมีวิทยากรอีก1ท่านค่ะที่เราจะมามอบความรู้ค่ะเกี่ยวกับเรื่องราวของประเทศจีนฮ่องกงเซี่ยงไฮ้แล้วก็เรื่องราวอีกมากมายที่จะให้ทุกท่านได้ติดตามกันเรียนเชิญทุกท่านค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ and we will come back to the seminar room in 10 minutes after please take your time thank you